Making money in the market is not tough. It's keeping that profit into your account. That's the tough part. That is one thing that most traders struggle with. Now, this week we had FOMC, and first half of the week, a lot of traders were red, mainly because they don't know how and when to stay out of the market. So today I'm going to give you guys two main tips that are going to help you avoid taking trades during choppy price action. Now, apart from being selective and how your approach is into the market, these two things are going to make sure that you stay cash. Let's get into it. So the two things that I want you guys to learn and focus on, one is going to be something called an inside day. So what an inside day is when price is opening up within previous day's high and low. Now that price is still tradable, but we typically don't get the best price action during that time, especially if, like the past week when we had FOMC, when you have an anticipated event, price usually doesn't move that clean. And during that chop price action, this is where most option traders end up being red or end up giving away their few weeks of hard-earned profit in a single week. The second thing I want you guys to focus on is going to be something called the opening range, right? So the opening range, what I like to focus on is between 15 and 30-minute opening range. So what you want to pay attention in that particular strategy is try to avoid taking any trades the first 15 to 25 minutes. Within that time period, just paying attention to the price action, you should be able to know if price is choppy or not. Now, putting both of these into perspective, let me show you guys using a chart exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so let's start from the beginning of the week. Right here, you guys have Monday. This is Monday's price action, right? So we pretty much just gap up from Friday's price action, go as high as 683. During pre-market, we also pull back where we have this gap, that this gray area is going to be your gap, and we go all the way down to 677 and change, right? So that's your gap. This is something you want to identify during pre-market. Like for example, if it closes into this gap, we have a high probability of it going down. But besides that, when you are looking at that particular day's price action, this is the 15-minute time frame. What I usually like to do is I like to draw the high and the low off that particular day's price action. So I know I'm not taking an opening drive this particular day because of expected choppy price action. So you guys can see the high is around 683.18. The low of the day is 682. Now within this range, if market stays going into 10 a.m., my rule is I'm gonna wait for a break and a retest of this range. So basically what I'm going to be looking for in this scenario is the stock price to be breaking out and retesting that level. That would give me the confirmation that now we are holding that range. So basically what that would look like is price needs to do this, break out, come back to retest that level, hold here, and then continue. Now, this is where I would start focusing on jumping in the upsides. And this goes for everything, Tesla, Nvidia, whatever stocks I'm watching. If SPY is not breaking out of the range, there's absolutely no reason for me to take the trades. If SPY breaks out, then you have options. You focus on stocks that are trading close to high of the day or low of the day, depending on which direction SPY is moving. So how would that price action typically look like? You would have to wait for something kind of like this, a green candle closing above. Second candle, we get something kind of like this. We get a wick and a hold. And then the third candle, when it's coming back to retest that new high of the day that was formed at this time, this is where you would jump into the trade as it's forming and pushing higher. And very easy. What is going to be your stop loss? Pretty basic, which is going to be that range, right? That is going to be your stop loss. Simply implementing this into your trading strategy is going to help you avoid taking these choppy price action trades. Now, when you avoid these trades, you'll pretty much stay cash until this happens. If this scenario does not happen, very simple, you don't take a trade. This particular day, I took two trades. One trade worked out. The second trade, I made a mistake and I went after the downside here because I was taking a risky early trade. At this point, I had some profits. I was risking, but I ended up giving profits back. Now let's move on to the second day to understand what you would do, because at this point, when you see price is very close to high of previous day's range, right? So this is previous day's range around 685 and pre-market high is around 686 level. Right around the pre-market level, we kind of push up, and at the open, we kind of push back down into this range, right? So 15, 30 minutes, what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw this range right here, and same exact formula. You wait for break of this range, either direction, right? And then you wait for it to retest and then continue. So if you were to take a short position here, your confirmation formation would be this candle closing outside. We have, let's say, a retest level like this, and then the third candle coming down is where you would jump in, right? In a perfect world, this is when you would execute. You would not execute in between this unless if you're trading reversals. For myself, I don't really trade reversals only because I don't like the return. You got to hold them for too long. I'm more of a breakout and a momentum trader, so I like to wait for the break. Usually if the market is not opening previous day's range or the first 15 to 30 minute range is not being broken, I typically stay cash. But if we get a break, price is moving outside of the range from yesterday's high and low or that day's 15 minute, 30 minute range, then I tend to take trades. And this gives me a very high success rate. Now, even here, if you guys see the initial break here, we were not able to hold. We come back, we break, we retest, and now this is where I would have probably taken a trade. But by this time, I was already done, so I did not take any trades. Now let's go to the third day, which is FOMC. During the FOMC, we have the same. This is the high of the 15 minute and this is the low of the 15 minute. Now, keeping those levels here, you guys can see that price does actually respect those levels. This level is coming from the previous day's high. We come in, we test that level, pull back, and then pretty much continue. Now, this obviously is because of FOMC, but to keep this video's focus on that opening range or inside day, you guys can see here, we have that break multiple times, but there is no follow through. There's no proper retest and then a follow through into that direction. And because of that, it's much better for you to stay cash. And just simply following this rule that price has to do this and this in order for you to take a trade is going to help you stay cash. If you have no rules that help you focus on when to trade versus when not to trade, the main area that a lot of traders need to focus on is when not to take trades, because that is the moment that most traders give their profits back. Now, if you guys implement what I explained today, and if this works out for you guys next week or the following week, I would love to hear some feedback as to how much this is helping you guys, because these videos, again, like I mentioned in the last video, I make based on where I see most people who comment or people in my community who are struggling to help them pretty much get out of whatever issues they're having, right? So I would love to see if this actually helps a lot of you guys, because this for me is a gold mine in terms of keeping my profits, because during these times such as FOMC or a major event, I like to stay cash most of the time, or I wait until the first 30-minute range is set to take majority of the trades, because that's where you'll get an idea if the market is choppy or not. Now, if you're a new trader, this can also help you avoid getting caught in a lot of fake outs, because if you're waiting for that break and retest of that first 15 to 30-minute range, this will help you find most high quality setups for that day. If there's no follow through, that means you don't take a trade. Very, very simple. So again, I would love to hear you guys' feedback on what the videos I should do. Comment below and I'll see you guys in the next video.